What is up, guys? Zan from playbook.gg, and in today's video we're going to break down the last play in our pistol trips left open mini scheme that we've been running the last few days here on the playbook.gg YouTube channel. Before we dive into this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of the great tutorials that we've got headed your way here on the playbook.gg YouTube channel. Okay guys, so welcome back. Now in today's video we're going to talk about the play curl flat corner. Now we all know about the play curl flat corner. You probably faced it a million times, in particular from the New England Patriots bunch formation, which has been one of the most popular formations in Madden this year. Now the run and shoot playbook that we've been breaking down here over the course of the last week or so on this channel has the most deep corner routes in the game in the form of the curl flat corner. We highly encourage you guys to take a look at this playbook if you're just trying to kind of finish the year running something fresh and different for yourself. This is a nice little spread playbook that has some unique route combinations that you can mix in. We've been trying to show you a few of those here on the channel this past week, and this is going to be the play that you come back to that is going to allow everything else to work, because they have to respect this play. It's very simple to set up and it's very difficult to stop, so you can center your offense around this type of play. It's going to be very beneficial. Now this will be zone coverages of all types, so we're going to go ahead and mix it up here. What it essentially comes down to is understanding who is the player that gets the free release on the play. In this example, you see that our inside player is on the free release. Put him on a streak to run off the coverage. Now what you can do with this is you can motion the corner route in, get him a free release also, but this deep corner route will break over the top of nearly any zone in the game. You see that the deepest a cloud can cover is about 15 yards, and then it drops it off, and that's an easy throw. So it doesn't really matter what type of zone you're facing. Here's an example of like a quarters 3 deep, cover 3, but your safeties are already, you don't have the outside players dropping deep, they're already there. So you see right here in this example, Allison again uncovered. You're basically going to do the exact same thing. You're just going to snap the ball and then just let that corner route break into that open area of the field. That's still going to be a gain of about 25-30 yards for you on this play. Now the nice thing about this is that your opponent can't really cross-man this. If they were trying to play cross-man coverage on this, they're probably going to struggle. Just because obviously, you know, a safety on the right side is not going to be able to guard a receiver all the way on the other side of the field. So we'll try to break down some crossman for you here as well. Show you some cover 3 now. In this example, you see that the outside corner is in the deep zone. If you know that you're not getting pressed on the outside, go ahead and run Devontae Adams on that streak. And you could just run this as a simple sideline flood concept. Again, the whole premise is getting that corner route open. And you're going to see that we're able to do that very easily. Now, of course, you got to be able to make that possession catch. But you can see that that route is always open. There's really not a zone in the game, with the exception of maybe match quarters, that will be able to guard this. And the reason match quarters works a little bit better is because that is a man matching zone concept. So you can see right here, though, that even if you have some good route running, you can still beat the man match quarters, even though they're not really playing zone, they're playing kind of a man match. So it really doesn't matter what they're in. This corner route, as we all know, has been one of the toughest routes in the game all year long, and it's a tough route every single year. Now the thing is about this play is, if you know that this player is getting rerouted off the line by a vertical hook, you don't want him getting pressed outside where he's in a spot where this is a really tough throw. You can see that in this spot, that corner about makes a play and can jar that ball loose potentially. So if you know that they're in a zone where they could potentially reroute you off the line, I always like to motion that receiver in. So you see right here that Valdez-Scantling might get rerouted. Go ahead and just motion him a couple steps to the inside. It's going to get him the free release. And then the second thing is that obviously he's going to be able to have more room to work to the outside. He's releasing up the seam, and then he's cutting, and you've got a wider window to throw the ball as he's breaking towards the sideline. So this is something that a lot of trips tight end users have done this year. You really truthfully don't need to know what zone they're in. So I have no clue what coverage they're in. I'm just going to shade over the top here to make sure that they're playing cloud flats. And this route combination is going to work for you almost every single time. I mean, you're going to see how easy this throw is and how consistent you can make it. Even if they're playing the outside thirds on the outside, it's going to be a throw that you're still going to have a window. So now you start to see how this offense is going to take shape. Now, again, we talk about the run and shoot playbook. This playbook has deep corners all over the place. You just take a look at pretty much any of the trips formations, and you see curl flat corner and the single back trips open. You can take a look at the pistol trips left open, and you already know that we're running that, so it's got it. You take a look at some of the other formations. You've got deep corners all over the place. For instance, smash. That's going to work for you. You're going to be able to find this all over. And you'll just notice that with this particular playbook, when you have that particular route, for example, gun trips, halfback weak, you've got the route all over, your opponent's going to have to really respect the fact that you have this in any formation that you come out in, as opposed to when you think about the Patriots playbook, you know that, okay, deep in the trips tight end, and then you have the curl flat corner in the bunch. Well, this playbook has this everywhere. It's almost something that you always have to respect. And I think that that's why the Run and Shoot playbook is a really nice book, especially if you're trying to retrain your brain in terms of route progressions. A lot of these route progressions, you can start low to high, you can go high to low depending on what you're comfortable with. But in Madden 20, we all know the pass rush is juiced, and you're really going to have to retrain your brain on progression reads. So I think that this is a nice book to kind of get you into a mindset that is going to benefit you early on in Madden 20. Whereas if you just keep spamming the same money plays over and over for the next month, I don't think you're really growing as a player and putting yourself in the best spot to succeed out of the gate. Now, talking on that topic of succeeding out of the gate in Madden 20, make sure you guys check out www.playbook.gg. $9.95 will get you access to everything on the website. Your subscription will carry over. So once Madden 20 goes, we're going to hit the ground running there, and we hope that we'll see you there on the website. If not, hope that we'll see you here on the YouTube channel on our next video. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab, and good luck. If you like this video, check out one of the videos on your screen right now. And for more in-depth analysis, visit www.playbook.gg for detailed game plans written by pro Madden players. Master the game with playbook.gg.